I know it's been a minute since I've done any kind of vlog or commentary on pretty much anything, but I just want to focus on just one game in particular, and that is Battlefield. That is Battlefield 2042. Y'all have already known about the news. You know it. I know it. I've read it all, heard it all. I am very well aware of. Let me show y'all. I am very well aware of this. I'm aware. And of course, people on the internet took the storm and just roasted the living hell out of the Battlefield Twitter. The memes, the comments. Oh my goodness. Like, it's a lot. And rightfully so. It's deserved because honestly, they gave us a full price game at retail price. For those that are buying it on the PS5 and the X Series X, you're literally dropping about $70 on it, right? You're dropping 70. And of course, I made sure I got the one where I could play on the PS4 as well. So I'm dropping 70 on this. And you would think, okay, with this game, right, I'm going to get the full Battlefield experience. I'm going to get the full package, right? Like, that was my thought going into purchasing it back in November. But honestly, it ain't it. It's not worth it at all. Like, this game is not worth it. Like, even if you were to say, is this worth $30? I would say no. It's worth 20 and less. I'd buy this game for $20 and less if you care to even want to be interested in playing this game, because compared to other Battlefields, this game gave us less when previous games gave us more. And I'm going to draw that comparison with Battlefield 4. I'm not going to draw it with Battlefield 20, not 2042. Battlefield 1, and I'm not going to make that comparison with Battlefield 5 because those are, World War 1, World War 2 shooters. I'm not going to compare it to those, but I'm going to compare it to Battlefield 4. I'm skipping Hardline, by the way. So, with Battlefield 2042, I would say the biggest crime is the fact that when it comes to the weapons, which I'm going to show y'all in just a moment. When it comes to the weapons, right, this is all you have. That's it. The assault class only got 4. SMGs got 4. And of course, each of the individual classes, especially when it comes to the specialist, like, yeah, there is assault, there is a medic, there's an assault class, medic class, engineer class, and recon class, but it's all meshed with specialists. Like, why? Like, a lot of us, especially during the time from the beta, said, yo, please give us the 4 traditional classes. These could just be like extra skins for whatever, if people care to wanted to purchase them or have them or whatnot, and you just run it with that. No. Let's go ahead and just give us these specialists. Let's go ahead and give us this, as if this is what we wanted. Like, this is the next step. And of course, there is no character introduction. There's no trailer or anything about these characters that we want to know about or whatnot. No backstory for either of them. So what's the point? What's the point? If you're just gonna give us empty shell of a characters for classes, why? Makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. And the biggest crime, when I said that they gave us less when back then we had more, is this. And this is Battlefield 4. You have your 4 classes: assault, engineer, support, recon. Look how much weapons you would have for the assault class. This is minus the DLC. And of course, minus the DLC for the weapons and the gadgets. Look at all of this. While Battlefield 2042 gave us a measly 4, we had all of this. Right? Let's go again. Carbines. You had a good selection of carbines. Good selection of DMRs, or your marksman rifles. and a good selection of shotguns. I'm just saying. Oh, and of course, another one, map design. I'm sorry, but Battlefield 2042 map design is fucking boring. It's big. Granted, yeah, there's 128 players. Awesome. I was happy to hear about that number. Okay, 64 v 64, big ass Battlefield battle, lots of gunfights and whatnot. Vehicle, mayhem and whatnot. Cool. But we got less of that. Like, literally less of that. You look at Battlefield 4, right? Map design, it was literally just these 5 points. A, B, C, D, and E. Of course, this is Siege of Shanghai, but you get what I'm saying, right? These were your points where to go. And guess where majority of people were at? C, because that was the center. You had your enemy spawn would be here or there, and you would have your points of battle. Most people would not go to E. Some would be around D, C, and B. Like, those were your 3 main points where people were going to be at, where they were going to congregate at. But compared to 2042, you got this shit. Big ass maps. And it feels like empty. Granted, yeah, there are stuff around the map, but sometimes if you just cut away, you get rid of this, and you just focus on a very few certain points. Like, when I look at this map, I would focus on these two, and these two. That's it. Just focus around just these 6 points and just get rid of everything else. Like, get rid of it. Because honestly, the amount of times where I feel like, all right, am I in a 128 player lobby? Most of the times I feel like I'm not. It doesn't feel populated. And of course, rightfully so, everyone's going to go to the point where people are going to congregate at, where they're going to fight at the most. So to mitigate that or to solve that is better map design. And speaking of map design, how come we don't have any close quarters maps where there's literally no vehicles? We don't have none of that. No version of Operation Metro, no version of Operation Locker, like no versions of those where it's just completely just infantry only. Like, you don't have to worry about vehicles, whether on the ground or in the air. And speaking of vehicles, you don't even got a lot of those. Battlefield 4, they gave us so much more. They gave us a lot of vehicles and naval combat as well. 2042, there's no naval combat, and something tells me that they're gonna bring back naval combat in a DLC or in a season pass or some sort. Because why not? They want to make some money off of it. When previous Battlefield games, you just literally had it all. Like Battlefield 4, you had all of it. You had combat in air, ground, sea. Yeah, the 3. Air, ground, and sea. You had combat in all 3. 2042, all-out warfare. Where is it? Non-existent. You don't even got attack jets. You don't even have the AC-130 or some sort. Where is it? Where? I'm disappointed. A lot of people should be disappointed with this game. For what we had back then versus now, man, it's just, it feels like we all did not get our money's worth for those that bought the game. And me, since I bought it digitally, I'm stuck with it. So can't get a refund. Oh, well, that's just, a dumb mistake that I made on my part. But sometimes when your enthusiasm for a game, because you've been a fan of it for such a long period of time, you want it to be proven wrong about it. Like, this game's going to end up, getting a lot better and whatnot. And I had that thought when it came to Battlefield 4. Like, this game's going to get better. It's just going to take some time, but it's going to get better. And it did. Like, Battlefield 4 ended up getting better. Everything was there. It still felt like a Battlefield experience, like a step up from Battlefield 3. But when you play Battlefield 2042, you just don't feel that. You don't get that. It's weird. It's just like, bruh, is this Battlefield? Because this don't feel like a Battlefield game. Like, there's missing features that supposed to enhance the experience of playing a Battlefield game. Like, the team play to me is just not there. It's just, hey, you're a specialist and you can do all these crazy and awesome things because Battlefield moments, when back in the past, those hype Battlefield moments were just random occurrences. Like, holy shit, like this happened. 2042 is just, oh, okay, I can have an awesome Battlefield moment, and yeah, it just that fire doesn't last long. So that's just my thoughts on it. What are y'all's? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. I am disappointed with this game. I completely uninstalled it because I'm just like, I at least needed some kind of representation of the game, and honestly, it just didn't hit, man. It just didn't hit. Even when I look back at stuff like their gadgets, like their throwables, you didn't have a lot. When you look at not the throwables. Let me go back. Like your gadgets and whatnot, you didn't have a lot. You didn't give us a lot compared to previous titles. You didn't. We paid more for less, as I said, earlier. Like, we paid more for less, and it's disappointing to see. So, anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Until next time, stay classy.